Is it? It is more easy. What they are saying, we have completed this one. Is it right? Compliance audit. Yes, we have completed compliance audit. Fine. Today is 27th. Now, simple one is that now you can understand what the internal auditors will do. Okay, what are the assignments internal auditors will take care of? Is that internal auditors take care of different ways. These things, these points, they will ask you somewhere in MCQs. Okay, they will ask somewhere in MCQ which of two of the following. Okay, which two of the following are the assignments, something related to the which two of the following are the tasks done by the internal auditors. Internal auditors do something related to fraud investigation. Anything happens, is it? Any special investigations, anything has been happened. They also talks to review and test controls. Is it? They will take into consideration the same thing. Review and test the controls. Apart from that, in related to fraud, fraudulent activities at WorldCom was famous. Who has uncovered the things behind WorldCom? It is the internal auditors. Okay, means now you can say internal auditors are equally. You cannot say that internal auditors are not that much important. Internal auditors also have the responsibility. They can take up the assignments with respect to feedback from the customers. Okay, fine. They will if you get the feedback, they will assess, they will review. Okay, to assess the level of customer service. Is that they have the complete right over the thing. They can call phoning the company or pretending to be customers. They will say that yes, how the customer satisfaction survey can be taken into consideration. Apart from that, they will also do the operation process. Is it procurement? How procurement is nothing but the purchasing policy. Very important, is it? How the purchasing policy is taking away. Because here's the thing, two things are very, very important. One with respect to non-current assets and one with respect to inventory. Because in any manufacturing companies, in non-current assets, property, plant and equipment have a huge investment. Is that huge long-term investment? Inventory, huge short-term investments. Okay, huge short-term. These are two critical things that happens. Objective is monitoring they also monitor the management performance, whether the company they're ensuring that their management is following company policies precisely. They will say that whether they say that present existing policies, is it? They say that existing policies are sufficient, adequate. If not, they will advise management to improve. They also confirm policies. They are also confirm policies work effectively by they'll off and on. Okay, sir? They will off and on. They will test. Now from this it can be understood that internal auditors are involved in every aspect of the management and operations of the company as such. Fine. The one which I have highlighted, keep this in our remember this. Is it? Now what they say, they mention here, it is in section A. Okay, Swishman code. Multiple choice. Don't think about this right now. Okay, felony operates a large department store and have a large internal audit department in place. The management of felony are keen to increase the range of assignments internal audit will undertake. Now we have almost done 50 multiple choice questions. You have a complete understanding about how the approach will work. The same trend, the same concept, the same approach will be covered in all the questions. Okay, all the questions. Which of the following could internal auditor could be asked to perform by the management? Internal auditors undertake what? Internal auditors undertake mystery shopping reviews. Here just now we have done where they enter the customer, purchase goods and rate the over. Mean they want to know whether the process is in place. Okay, here just now we have covered what we have covered. They will where it is there. Audit operational process, monitoring. No, just now we have covered now.
The first
The first.
one, I think.
Huh?
The second, just experience.
Internal
The second
auditors may be asked to assess the level of customer service by and pretending. Okay, yeah, see, pretending to be customers. Is
Yeah.
it? Pretending to be customers. Fine. This is what it says. So now, internally, when the one answer is right, don't make it a habit. Don't immediately don't jump to the next question. Read all the options. This is the secret of success. Is that the secret of success? Read all the options. You will have good understanding. At least in the examination also follow the people. What students will do, they'll say that this is the right answer. Immediately will focus on the next question. No. Internal audit could be asked to assist external by requesting. No, this is not the job of internal auditor. This is the job of external auditors. Is it? External auditors request the bank. There is no involvement of internal auditors. Internal auditors could be asked to implement new payroll package for payroll department. They will not. The internal auditors will not implement. Internal auditors will review. Okay, internal auditors will review. Internal auditors could be asked to assist the finance department preparation of internal auditors. That is a separate job of the finance department. Internal auditors only will design the controls. Okay, design, review, and the controls as such. Fine. Now these are the things that has to be taken into consideration. Fine. Coming back to this. This is 2010 question. Now you understand. See what they are doing. They are taking all the important questions and they are highlighting those questions. Okay. Question papers are whatever we have done. Question papers. Now I will also send you the screenshot of the question papers which I am having. Is it right? Once you have done the question papers, tell me which is not there. I will send the remaining part of question papers also. Today only I will send the whatever the list I am having, like I did for the recordings. Okay. From my side, I will give all the inputs as much as possible. Describe additional assignments.
Sir, did you?
Pardon?
Did you? Sir, the technical issue in order to send the kept section B questions.
Section B questions?
Yeah. You said previously you were unable to share it because of a technical issue or something.
Yeah. Section B questions, na? Fine. I remember. Thank you. I will do that because what's happening? The file size is huge. I have to delete section A questions and I have to delete the mock examination papers which I have sent. Okay, that I have to take only the section B questions. Okay, that is the reason I kept it pending. It is in process. The moment I will complete it, I will get back to you. Okay. Fine. Good. Thank you for reminding. I will do it on my priority list. Okay. What it said, describe the additional assignments internal audit department Greystone. We will come across this example. Okay, there is one question on the Greystone. Okay, the company name. Okay, Greystone. It is there somewhere. Okay, Greystone by asking the could be asked to perform by those with charge with describe the additional assignments that internal auditor could be asked to perform. Is that what they say? Please refer. This is the 2010 question paper. Okay, this is 2010. Very important question. Okay, very important. This question is for 6 marks, so you have almost 11 minutes. See the thing, how they are planning for this. Is that this is for the 6 marks? Is that 6 times 1.8? It comes to almost 10.8. Is that not note that the requirement is described? So a list will not be enough to score. Describe means you have to add some inputs for that. Use the scenario. Do not produce an answer of every conceivable internal audit assignment possible. Your answer needs to be tailored, means customized to the organization described in the question. Assume 1 mark for a well-described assignment. This is the point. See, people will teach, but most importantly, this is what we have to understand. And now I am saying this. You have a examiner's report will be there. Is that if you take the ACCA website, if you go to audit and assurance module, in the audit and assurance module, you will have examiner's report. When you have time, is it right? When you have time, now it is speak. Don't keep anything after 15th or 20th of May. Okay, don't keep anything after 15th, 20th of May. 20th of May, only revision. Okay, so now you will focus somewhere whenever you have time. On the website, it is there. Examine, read this. Now, when you are reading this is all examiner's feedback. Okay, this is all examiner, especially this one. Is that especially this one? Okay, do not produce every conceivable internal audit. Is that what they say? What the internal auditor can do apart from that? Review of controls over cash, as cash is going to be a high risk area. Is that internal audit can review the controls of cash. Is that internal audit can do operational audit. What are the procurement, purchasing procedures, in purchasing controls? Is it because we will cover internal controls. Okay, we will cover internal controls, but inventory. Okay, but procurement is part of inventory. Okay, such as procurement of the company purchases. The inventory is part of purchases directly amount to inventory. Okay, large amounts of items from around the world. Payroll audit is, as the company is likely to have large number of employees. Is that payroll systems is also very substantial procedures of the payroll system. The internal audit will review it. You have done already fraud investigation. Is that fraud it is a retail store. When it is a retail store, it is related to clothing. Okay, it is related to clothing. We have not covered the scenario. Without scenario, we are working it. Somewhere down the line, we will discuss the question with the scenario aspects also, because it is having a retail industry. Retail industry will have a large amount of inventory, and retail industry will deal mostly in cash. Is that retail industry, hypermarkets, any garments, is that small, they deal huge amount in cash. Means they have to think about the cash and they think about the inventory. And most important, IT audit over systems which are likely to be complex. There are many branches around the world. Is that when we are talking about the IT, we have to see most important. It is very interesting. Remind me. I will explain you this question. And by the way, we are going to cover this somewhere. Okay, Greystone will have outlets that has been located spread around the world. Okay, when you are spreading around the world, what are the requirements that is needed? Is it what are the requirements that is needed? In some countries there are winter, there's in some countries there are summer clothes. All this has been mentioned in that scenario. I think if I remember rightly, they are talking about the salespersons will order, sales clerks will give discount. Something related to this has been mentioned in that example, in that exam question. Is that IT systems audit you have to do, and most importantly, you have to do compliance with laws and regulations. See the thing, this is what they say describe. When you say describe, what are the different activities they can do? They can do compliance with laws and regulations. Okay, now this is what the description talks about. This is what, as the company, we have to write this. As the company operates worldwide, and each country will have different laws and regulations in place. This is the description. This is the description. Everywhere it is like that. You can, this is, they can do what additional activities? Payroll activities. But you have to describe, as the company is likely to have large number of employees. They can do fraud investigation, as there is a higher risk of misappropriation. IT audit over the IT systems. Likewise, you have to be what students will do. Now I will tell you. Students will say, most of this is that they say that they will do compliance audit, they will do IT audit, but they will not explain what is there after IT audit. In IT audit, what they will do. Is that from the scenario, you have to take the content and you have to explain, describe it in a small words. Is it clear to you?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, internal auditors are employees of the organization. They audit. So reports will be addressed to whom? They will address to the management or charged with governance. Reports can take any format. There is no structure format. Is that there is no structure format for it. Reports are for internal use only. Yeah, reports are internal units. Although they may be shared with external, they only share the things. Is that only with whom? They are only with external auditors. Reports will first be in a draft format. Fine. Discuss at the existing meeting, which is finalized. Is it? They are simple things. This is not that much. Although the content and format internal reports vary, they may be described. What they say, what is the purpose, what is the scope and results. Is that why you are doing this? What is the reason of taking the assignment by the internal auditors? Findings should be linked to the objective. Is it? What is the scope? What are the activities we are going to audit, and and highlight any which are excluded from the audit. And we have to, what we are doing, we are in the end we are talking about observations, conclusions and opinions. Right? These are the things, and they are also mentioned recommendations and the action plans. Right? Now, this is the first part. Okay, this is the first part. The second part is here. Is it right? They will ask some way 2 to 3 marks here. Is it? What is the advantages and disadvantages of outsourcing of internal audit department? Maybe if you refer any question papers, you will come across in 2 or 3 instances that the same question. What are the advantages? State any 3 advantages or disadvantages. State any 2 advantages and disadvantages. If it is for 2, it's for 2 marks. It is for 3, it will be for 3 marks. Is that same thing? As simple as that. Outsourcing is a process of key functions from sources Most of the companies will do this. Okay, most of the companies instead of employing. So the company buy in internal audit services rather than maintaining their own internal audit staff. Okay, now understand this. Okay, don't memorize, understand this. Service provided, if you are outsourcing, you will get a good quality staff. Okay, high caliber staff. If you outsource it, see, we are getting the staff with respect to specialist skills in terms of IT audit, internal audit staff. We will get the people who are well equipped in compliance. Okay, we are getting the people who are well equipped with procurement policies. Is that like this we will get specialized. Everywhere we are getting people who are well equipped with payroll. Now these are the things. Now if you see the change that's happening in the market, people are outsourcing, completely outsourcing. Is that they are outsourcing, online outsourcing. Is that online they are outsourcing the activities as such. Is that this is you get a different specialist skill. Immediate internal audit department is not needed. Okay, you don't need to establish internal auditor. Associate cost, trainings, recruitment can be eliminated. You don't want, if you employ full-time staff, then we need to do all these things. Service contract can be appropriate for time scale, time to time. Here is that we will have yearly contract. We can have a yearly contract as such. Team of the staff can be provided if required. We need, sometimes what will happen, we need more staff or we need less staff. According to that we can resize it. Okay, we can resize the requirements. Can be used on a short-term basis. These are the advantages. But see the thing, what are the disadvantages? Disadvantages are more. Okay, what will happen? In some cases, independence and objectivity issues. You will have a self-review, you will have self-interest if using the same firm to provide internal audit and external audit services. Is that same firm will provide internal audit and external audit. We have to be very careful. The firm to whom we are taking the services of external audit, the same firm should not get associated with internal audit services. Otherwise, what will happen? You will have a self-review, self-interest and familiarity threats. Is that outsourcing is a little bit expensive. They say, okay, we are not going to argue on this. Is it right? They are not going to argue on it. Even if you have a permanent staff, it is expensive. Is it right? Company staff may oppose outsourcing if results in redundancy of the existing. If you outsource the services, what will happen? The internal staff, the permanent staff will have without work. Okay, the internal staff will not prefer that. You will have a high staff turnover. The people will see people. Some employee, most of the employees, is it right? They want to get employed, they want to get engaged, they want to learn. Is it right? If you have good skills in the organization, but you are outsourcing it to the external agencies, external firms, what will happen? Internal staff will get demotivated. Okay, outsourced staff may have a limited knowledge of the client. See, you are giving a contract. Is that when you are giving the contract, we will work on we will have less attachment to the company. We will work on the job-to-job basis, and basically we cannot develop in-house skills. Is that we cannot develop, we cannot get specialized all the time. We will be at the disposal of the external staff as such, the external firms. Is it? These are the disadvantages and these are easy to understand. Is that now you have reached a stage where you have a complete you got the understanding of this paper. Is that you got the understanding of the paper? Now you have to be little bit careful in times of delivery. Fine. What are the things? Managing an outsourced department. Control. See, if you do it, if you outsource, is that if a company is outsourcing, what controls you have to set performance measures? Is that in terms of areas of the business? See, you have also it's not like you are outsourcing. When you outsource it, again you have to review it, what they are doing, what they are not doing. Ensure appropriate audit methodology. They are using the process, planning, process, implementation, execution is in place or not. They are following the rules as the job of the internal auditors. Review working papers on a sample basis. This is what the management has to do. Is that the management or the charge with the governance has there? We have to review the working papers. Agree any planning is there. You have to agree what they are going to do. Is it right? What they are doing on a timeline basis. Is that what they will do for the next 6 months, next 1 year? They should submit a plan. Okay. If firm also provides external audit, it ensures that it has a safeguards in place, independence and objectivity. So means you should have a same firm is giving the external audit services also, there should be independent teams should be there. Is it? Independent teams should be there with respect to internal audit and external. These are the controls which we have to think from our side. Is that what they are saying? Yes, tell me please.
The same audit firm can provide both services, external and internal audit services.
Yes, the same firm can provide
with applying safeguards.
Pardon?
But with applying safeguards, right?
Yes, with safeguards. Is that we should never say that they cannot be provided. Is that we never say that you cannot. We cannot give. The same firm can be provided, but the condition is they should have a appropriate safeguards to retain the confidentiality of the work which has been done by different teams. Is it clear?
What financial reporting design and implementation can they provide it?
Pardon?
Financial information system design and implementation.
Designing is the part of the management. What the internal auditor will do, internal audit will review, identify the controls, identify the risk factors, design the controls. Is that design the controls, test the controls. Okay, if the client, if we come across anything, then we'll say question papers. See, they can do all the jobs. They are not saying that we are not saying financial information systems. They can do, but when they are doing the things, they are doing for them. They can do. I think so. Okay. Internal auditor will review. Okay, internal auditor will review the financial systems, financial information systems.
I think there is one MCQ question regarding the different services which can be provided by external auditors. I think they cannot provide this service because it will significantly impact their objectivity and independence.
External auditors or internal auditors?
External auditors.
External auditors, see, external auditors is restricted to only to financial statements. External auditors is restricted only to the financial statements. Is it external auditors? External. See here also what they are saying. You can take the services of internal audit. See, internal audit is completely different from financial systems. Okay. Here also what they are saying, internal auditor and external auditor will be from the same firm, but you should have a safeguards. Okay. This is a different issue. What you are saying is a completely different one. Financial information systems. You are talking about that now?
Yeah.
No. External auditors and see, external auditors has to be very careful. External auditors will have to limit their services, and external auditors should not take up those services. Will have self-review, self-interest. Is it? Most of the time, external auditors have to focus on the financial systems, financial report statements. The financial statements, their job is only to focus on financial. If they are taking up any assignments, first they should not take up. If they are taking any assignments, you should consider the fee aspect. If they are taking any assignments, they have to have an independent review. If they are taking any assignments, they should have a separate teams. And if they are taking any assignments, so automatically what will happen? They are taking the assignments. That is the reason the threshold limit of they have put as a 15 to 16%. Is it? We are not going beyond that. Is it? We are not going beyond that. Is it clear? Fine. If there is anything is there, you share that the question will say, then we, according to the question, we will think how we can customize the things.
Let me check the question.
Yeah, please. What they are saying, internal audit has come up in every exam setting except under the current, except one. It has tested in section A or B. In scenario question, it will be tested alongside with professional ethics. Okay, it is important that you understand the remit of internal audit on how this differs from the external audit. I told you the difference between internal auditor and external auditor. If the scenario based question come up, it makes sure you should have a relevant with circumstances, with the situation given in the question. Use the information to provide it to your advantage. Whenever scenario question is given, I can say scenario question is comparatively easy. Okay, scenario means you will have an idea that how you are going to focus on that. Okay. See that this is one question is there. Okay, you will have first to read what are the requirements. The first one which we have done, if I am right, is it right? Somewhere we have done A. Six marks. Okay, December 2010. No, that question is different. This question is different. They are saying 4 point B, C, and D. Only B, C, and D. Okay, they have not mentioned here. Is that again when you are doing this, you see the things. We will do this in 3 different cases. I already sent you question papers. You are doing this again. We are doing the revision kit. In the revision kit, we do this type of question. is that first make sure that you understand in the reading time, okay? You go through it. Explain how internal audit department could assist the directors in preventing the and detection of the fraud and error. What are the limitations of what are the limitations of establishing and maintaining internal audit department? The directors would like the internal audit department to have a broad role as broad a role as possible, and this will make the decisions to recruit internal audit department more cost effective. Describe additional functions other than fraud investigations. The directors, which we have done just now. There we have done 6 questions. That is there in that is in the December 2010, and this is in June 2013. Is it right? Other than, just remove that fraud question, fraud point, and we can take other points of Bush Baby hotels. Now, when you are writing this, we should be very clear that we have to focus on the scenario, taking the scenario and writing the thing. Now, explain how new internal audit department of Bush Baby Hotel assists directors in preventing and detecting the frauds. What now you read the scenario. Take 2 minutes and read, including requirements. Once it is done, please tell me. Done? They have chain of 18 hotels located across the country. Each hotel has a bedrooms, restaurant, leisure. Most visitors to the restaurant and leisure company are hotel guests. However, these facilities are open to public as well. Hotel guests generally charge any cost to their room, cost any cost. You cannot say any cost. There should be a list, okay, to their room. But other visitors must make payment directly to hotel staff. Why you have to pay directly to the hotel staff? Again, there is a question. Is it right? You are paying directly to the hotel staff. Is it? This is the one point. This is the second point. Okay. During the year, senior management noticed an increased level of cash discrepancies and inventory discrepancies. Okay, they have the cash discrepancies and the inventory discrepancies, and they suspect that some employees have been stealing cash. There is no cash control on cash. Is it right? Internal audit department can review the cash procedures. Is that they have keen to prevent this from occurring and considering internal audit department to undertake a fraud investigation. Is that to undertake a fraud? Now you see all the questions will have most of the time negativity only. Okay, there are some loopholes, deficit shortcomings only. Is that during the year notice the increased level of cash discrepancies and they suspect that some employees are stealing cash and goods from they are keen. Management is keen to prevent this from reoccurring and considering establishing of internal audit department to undertake the fraud investigation. What they say, explain how new internal audit department Bush Baby could assist in directors. How many marks they have mentioned? They have mentioned 3 marks. 3 marks, 3 points. What are the limitations? Is it right? What are the limitations of establishing and maintaining internal? Is it what are the limitations? Means definitely the cost will be high. Okay, the cost will be high. Fine, if you are having an internal audit department. Fine, the directors would like to the internal audit department to have a broad to have a good structured department, and this will make the decision to recruit internal audit department more cost effective. Describe internal audit functions other than fraud. Fine. Now, see, now you tell without seeing the question, okay? How new audit, the internal audit department can assist. Give the points. Is it? Tell me the things. How internal audit will do. See, our points are their points will match, will not match. That is the different situation. Okay, but our points are related to it or not. More visitors to the restaurants and leisure club or hotel guests. However, these facilities are open to the public as well. Is that when you are talking about the guest and when you are talking about the public, definitely you should identify the how it has going to be differentiated from the public and from the hotel guest. First thing, okay, hotel guests are generally charged any cost, but other visitors must make payment. Now, it is not like that. You should have a price list. Okay, you should have a price list. You should have the what is the prices for the hotel guest and what is the prices for the public. Okay, what is the prices for the hotel guest and what is the prices for the public. You cannot say that you can do, and we cannot make a direct payment. Okay, make payment directly to the hotel staff. You should have a cashier. Okay, you should have a cashier. Either you have a cash manager. Somebody has to be there who is going to be accountable for taking the payments from the guest. Okay, payments from the guest. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is what it said. During senior notice several increase in the cash discrepancies. They suspect some employees have been stealing cash. They are prevent from recurring and considering the establishment of internal audit department. Fine. Now go to the question what they say. The question contains 3 separate requirements. On each requirement company in the question, so your answers need to be relevant. What are the 3 requirements? 3 requirements is one is with respect to prevention and detection. One is with respect to establishment of and maintaining internal audit, and the third one are what are the additional functions. Is that the first one is you have to how we can assist in preventing and detecting. The second one is what are the limitations of establishing, and the third one is what are the additional facts. Like this, in the examination you will have different questions. If you take into consideration, if you take the total will come to 10 marks. The total will come to 10 marks. Now that's what it says. They use the information provided for help you. You are told that cash and inventory discrepancy means you have to focus on cash. You have to focus on inventory. Is it right? You have to focus on this. See what they say, only through 2 or 3 marks. Okay, your answer should be very, very specific. Is it right? Specific should be to the point. Okay, it should be consistent with the correct number of well explained points. Here 3 points, here 2 points. That's all. Okay. Part D is 5 marks. So assume 1 mark for the description. You describe, so only you should not list. You have to make some the explanation. Little bit you have to extend it. Is it right? Now, what they say again, go to the second point number P. They are talking in terms of how they are assisting. Okay, 3 marks, 3 points. Even they are giving you more than 3 points shortlisted. They are given 5 points. Is it? The could assist in preventing, detecting fraud, and by acting as a deterrent in the first instance. Okay, means the internal audit department could assist in preventing and detecting fraud, and by deterrent. Deterrent means, see, if internal audit is there, people will be more cautious. Is that people will be more cautious? Staff will be more alert. Okay, deterrent means staff will never think that they can do something manipulation. First thing, they could first undertake assessment to first know what are the risk areas of cash and inventory. See, the first point is, if an internal audit department exists, then staff will be little bit more alert. The second point is, first what you have to do anyway, first you have to make a risk assessment. First to identify, is that where there is a risk, where there is a not risk, in which areas risk, in which places there is a risk. Based on that, is it that based on that, they could then review the controls. Is it based on see the structure? I am giving only importance to the structure till my last class. Till my last class, only the flow. First, you have to identify the risk assessment. Second, you have to review the controls. Is that once you are saying yes, controls are there. So in some cases, controls will be effective. In some places, the controls are not effective in place. And if they are not effective, recommend. Is that if they are not, recommend and improve those controls if deficiencies are identified. You can write 3. Okay, you can write 3 for 3 marks. Is that this is additional? They also need, see what they say, the moment you see the wording, they also need to test the controls are working by compliance testing. First, you should know existing controls are placed. If they say that yes, if it is there, if it is not there, recommend and improve. They can also have working with compliance testing. Okay, what are the rules and regulations? Okay, what are the rules and regulations? Policies of the company, internally and externally. All findings from their work would be reported in writing to senior management for review and further action if necessary. If you structured it, is it right? First structure it. Is that standard? Why, what? See, it is, you can take this as a standard format. What is, how the internal auditor will assist the management in effectively in the operations of the firm as such. Is right? This is the 5 basic things. Is that first, if there is an internal, I am repeating again so that you should remember this. Okay, the first, if you are having internal audit department, then you can prevent and detect the fraud by acting as a deterrent. We will have controls all the time. We will review. Next, second point, you have to undertake the risk assessment to identify where there is a risk. Third, you have to review the existing controls. If there are existing controls, you will recommend them, okay, how best you can improve it. Then any compliance testing is there, regulations, is right? See, there will be regulations about within the internally, within internal as well as with the external, okay. Those regulations have been there or not. Last one, whatever is there, you have to report to the manager. This, see, now I am taking this very clearly, is it right? The last point is you have to report, you have to discuss. Before reporting, you have to discuss, okay? Before reporting, anything findings, any findings are there, you have to report to the management for further action. Fine, this is the first case as such. The second one, what they are saying, what is it clear to you?
I have a question.
Tell me.
In point number 5, what do you mean by senior management? You mean the CEO?
No. Senior management is, no. We should not go to that level, okay? See, there will be hierarchy, okay? There will be a hierarchy, okay? When you are saying senior management, is that when you are talking about senior management, will be people who are responsible. Don't ever, see, you have to use 3 words, okay? 3 words. One, you are talking in terms of the senior management, or you can talk with charge with governance, okay? Charge with governance, is it? Or you can say the board of directors. All these comes interchangeably. Understand point? Never mention any specific. We should not, see, very simple. We should not mention a general manager. We will never use a word general manager, senior manager, chief, a CEO, like that. Okay? We will never use that. You see all the slides, all the question papers. We will see the words charged with governance, senior management, responsible person, responsible staff, okay? We will say board of directors. Is it? We will not identify a individual person here. We are charging, we are addressing as a team. Is it right? We are addressing as a team. We are saying it's a responsible person. Maybe responsible person will be different in different organizations, okay? Senior management is different in senior management. You can say CEO, but you cannot specifically write CEO there. Okay, you cannot use, we never use any slide you show me, any question you show me that we have used the word CEO or specific manager. Responsible person, purchase manager, is it right? It has to be reviewed by a senior person, senior staff, okay? They will always say like this, is that it has to be reviewed by a senior staff member, that's all. So senior management is in other words, it is nothing but a responsible person, responsible staff. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Maybe what they say that whether we can establish internal, what are the limitations? Okay, what are the limitations of establishing? Have not had an internal audit department. So employees may not like the idea of being observed in their work and being reported on. See, this is one of the restrictions, is it right? See, you don't have internal audit department till now. Is that? We don't have a internal audit department till now. Now you will establish an internal audit department. What will happen? You will come I'll say, Ajay, yeah, we will come under scrutiny, we will come under surveillance. We have everything will be reviewed, everything it will be verified. Okay, so people will have a resistance. Okay, people will have the staff will have a resistance. Okay, staff doesn't want that. What are the limitations? Next, this is the first one. Setting up an internal audit department for 18 hotels in the company need to ensure that they should recruit an adequate number of staff to achieve a coverage across the company. Definitely, when you are, this is the one of the limitations is the cost. Is that one of the limitations? Is the one of the you can say which will burden the organization is the cost. When you are having an internal audit department, it is a cost benefit analysis. Is that cost is there, but ultimately benefits are also there. Is that benefits are also there? Fine. What are the benefits? Benefits in terms of the frauds and errors will be less. Okay, the frauds and errors will be less. Okay, these are the benefits, but cost is there. Is that you think about, either you have to think about the cost, or you have to think about the how we are going to reduce the fraud and errors. Fine, across the 18 companies. Okay, across the people don't like, you see the things, even people don't like external auditors, people don't like internal auditors, even the staff will not like internal auditors, because always they put something, they will always identify some loopholes. Okay, even within your own organization, you will have an accounting department, you will have an internal audit department. Definitely I will not say there will be a conflict between these two, but what will happen, there will be always a friction. Is that there will always be a friction. Okay, there will always be a debate about within disagreements within accounting department and internal audit department. That is the first point. Second point is with respect to the cost. We have to write 2 points, 2 marks. Is that unless the department will be set up by existing employees, you take the accounting people and transfer to auditing. It is unlikely that the staff recruited will have the knowledge and experience required for the audit. See, internal audit staff doesn't need any specialized professional qualification. This is what we have learned in the beginning. This is what we have learned in the beginning. They should have a basic accounting language, accounting knowledge. Okay, this is what it says. That's what you avoid. See, when you are working in an organization, we should also see the cultural factors. You will cover this in SBL. Okay, in future you will cover this in SBL. Culture is very important in the organization. Is that culture, social factors, cultural factors is very important. Is that you should also think about the employees. Okay, though we should not make changes instantly and spontaneously. Is that there will be a resistance. Is that so? Take the service of our existing employees, transfer it, make them in a senior positions, get them experience. They will get adapted, and slowly you can move forward. And internal auditors are not required to be professional. That's what just now I told you. Okay, so staff may not be sufficiently knowledge in the industry or work in the internal audit initially. You divide this in the another point. Okay, you divide this. I will put like this. Is right? You divide it. This is the point number 3, and you can divide it as a point number 4. Furthermore, okay, is right? These are the things. Means first, what is the limitations? The limitation is the cost aspect. The limitation is you should not make drastic changes. Is it? First, you have to think about the in-house resources. Then, if you, and the fourth one is you can there's no restrictions. Is that there is no restriction to have a professionally qualified staff. Is that these are the standard These are the standard answers. Okay, these are the standard answers, except we have to change the scenario. Other things will remain same. Is it okay with you?
Yeah.
Yes, Gaita. Fine. Now,
So regarding the internal audit, so they're responsible for implementing the internal controls or reviewing the internal controls implemented by other departments.
internal audit is identify, design, implement, and review. Okay, internal audit is, I will say, is it internal audit? You are asking the same thing now?
Yeah.
What is the definition of internal audit? Is it what is the definition? Is an appraisal of monitoring activity established by management and directors. Is that what they are saying? For the review of internal controls as a service to that. It function. What are the functions? Examining. I have underlined it. Examining, evaluating, reporting to the management and the directors the adequacy. What are the requirements and effectiveness of internal controls? This is what they say. It means they have to identify, design, implement, and review, monitor. Is it? Now you see the thing. There are two sentences are there here. Is an appraisal or monitoring activity. Is it appraisal or monitoring activity? Whether things are done in the right way or not. Okay, you have to monitor, you have to review. Okay, established by the management and for the review of internal controls. Okay, you have to, whatever the internal controls are there, you have to review, you have to monitor, you have to apprise. Means any improvements are there, you have to you have to report to the management. First thing, what are the functions? You are examining, evaluating, and reporting. Is it whether the examining the controls adequacy, the controls are adequate, the controls are required. Is it the controls are adequate? The controls are controls are as expected. And you should not only have the controls, but you should also have the effectiveness of the controls. This is the role of the internal audit. Because it is they are appointed by the management, because they have been appointed by the management designs internal, they work on behalf of management. Is it? Further, if you go further, make it clear, they can play a key role in assessing the risk, monitoring internal controls, policies, and procedures. Is it? And assessing, identifying, assessing. Assessing is nothing but you are assessing, you will identify the risk factors. For those risk factors, you will design the controls, you will review the controls, you monitor the controls. Any changes are there, any improvements are there, you make suggestions to make the control. On behalf of the management is, they will do everything on their part, but the responsibility, everything is on behalf of the management only. Is it clear to you?
Yeah.
Yes, Gaita.
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. what they say, what they are saying that yes, this is the question number C, is it right? What are the limitations? Okay, internal auditors can never be completely independent because it has been managed, they have been appointed by the management. They are the employees of the company. Is that this is the first one? Independence is therefore impaired. There is a constraint for independence. Okay, especially if senior management is dominant. Internal auditors may be unwilling to report serious findings to senior management for fear of their losing jobs. If they are in senior management is dominant, is that if they are aggressive people, definitely internal auditors cannot work with all the independence. It should report to both. See what happened. They have the dual responsibility. They have to remember this. Okay, they have to report to the senior management and those charged with governance, directors. Okay, directors also. Okay, but if this is not the case, management could unduly influence the internal audit plan, scope, and response. I told you, when you are talking about the first thing I say, internal auditor, even they will overlook CEO. The internal audit department have the direct access. Okay, they have direct access to the board of directors. Okay, means they have the dual responsibility. One side they have to give it to the management, and they have to, if something is happening, internal auditors, they will report something about some XYZ. What will happen? Definitely these people are there, some in terms of appointments or removal of the staff members. What they will do, if something goes wrong, next time they will remove they will not continue. Okay, that is the reason. There is some thin line is there. Okay, to balance between the reporting and the functioning. Okay, so internal auditors basically work. We will not say that in some organizations. Not in some organization, in most of the organizations, internal audit department is very effective. They are very effective. The last one, I don't want to take that much time here. Is that what are the things? They will undertake value for money reviews. Is that you asked me in that when I am talking about that value for money audit, is it that value for money in audit, economy, efficiency, and effectiveness? There we have covered that it is for the not-for-profit organization. That is a general approach, but in all the cases we will have a value for money audit. Is that value for money audit? Is that they can take internal auditor is for value for money audit, economy, efficiency, and effectiveness. Is that they will talk about looking into the economy. Remember, memorize this. Okay, this 3 E's. Okay, I will writing here. 3 E's: value for money audit, VFM. Is it right? They will ask this question. Okay, there is a probability of asking a question they will ask for 1 or 2 marks, not more than that, but they will ask this. Okay, even every mark is important. I am telling you this. 2 marks are important. Every multiple choice question is important. Okay, they'll do the internal audit department. They will take the value for money audit, economy, efficiency. Internal audit will also do IT audits. You should not write only people what the students write. See, this is the point of pass and failure. Okay, what the students write, the internal audit will do the IT audits. Fine. You have to have performing test of controls on the computer systems of the company. What they do is that internal auditor could do out financial audits also, issuing substantive procedures. They will do test of controls. What they do in the financial audits, they are doing substantive procedures, test of controls in different cash inventory. For example, the internal audit will also do operational audit, looking for operational process in place. The internal audit, we should not, what they say that what we have, apart from which one they have said, they have mentioned very clearly in the question. Is it right? What they mention in the question, what they do apart from, other than fraud. Means we should not write fraud. Okay? We should not write fraud. Other than fraud, what we can do. Is it right? They say that they can do a compliance audit with laws and regulations. Is that how the hotel industry has to work? Finally, internal auditors carry out the customer service surveys, reviews. Is that what are the results of the analysis and the results of customer service surveys? Is that how many marks they have mentioned there? I think they have mentioned 5 marks. Is it right? They have mentioned 5 marks. You have to write 5. How much they say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everywhere you see the thing, they will give some more options to write. But we have to, in exam, you read all 5, all 6. You understand all 6. You revise all 6. I am not saying this. Because if you revise 6, you remember 5. If you remember 5, we can write effectively 4 points. We will write 5, but effective points will be 4. So don't say that I will revise only 5 and I will go with no. Revise all the things. Don't be selective in reading. Read each and every one. But while writing, it has to be selective. Are you clear about this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Slowly, steadily, I'm giving all the tips to be done in the examination. Only thing is you should know the examination tips. Okay, that's very important. Be very specific. Be very focused. Are you clear about this internal audit department, internal audit things? What we have covered? Is that again I'm just taking a review, a very quick review. Okay, we are talking about internal audit. What is the concept of internal audit? Is it different? This is the difference between internal audit and external audit. What internal audit will do? There is a business risk is there. Is that there is a business risk is there? There is a related to fraud and errors. Okay, we are talking about the WorldCom value for money audit. Second important segment. Okay, the first one is difference between internal audit and external audit. The second important classification is value for money audit. Is that the second important thing is value for money audit? What are the different assignments internal auditor will do? Is it? What are the different assignments they will do? Fine. And outsourcing. Okay, major 3 points. Okay, major three classifications are there. Difference between internal audit, external audit, value for money audit, and the last one is outsourcing the internal audit function. Advantages and disadvantages of internal audit function. Is it okay with you?
Yeah.
Fine. Any doubts?
Sir, in the exam, the 10 minutes which will be given for reading.
Yeah.
It's for reading instructions or for reading the scenarios?
Yes. See, I will tell you. Maybe you will have, you will have, is it right? I will write like in the end, okay? In your, once you have paid the fees, okay? Once you have paid the fees, they will give access to mock exams. Don't do now. I understand my point. Don't touch now. I am telling you very clearly. But don't touch now. I thought of telling you, but yeah, I know. Is that don't touch now? Is that there are 3, I think 2 or 3 mock exams will be there the moment you log in to your portal. Okay, these mock exams will give you a complete in directions. You can do it, okay? You can do it before examination, okay? You put like this, you do it, by the time we complete this, there is no time limit when you are doing this mock exam, okay? There is no time limit with there when you are doing this mock exam. You can access as many times as possible, okay? You can access as many times as possible, okay? No time limit. But how the real exam will be there, only the difference between here and real exam is, in real exam you will have a time limit and you can have only one time access, okay? Now in the mock exam they will give you all the instructions. They will talk about same thing. Section A, 1, 2, 3 sections will be there. Section B, you will have 1, 2, 3 sections is there. 30 marks, 20 marks and 20 marks, okay? It's very interesting. Very interesting. It increase your confidence, okay? It increase. Keep it in mind. Do it on 15th of May, 20th of May and 25th of May. I will say 20th. Pardon?
Three of them.
Yes. Give gap, okay? Give gap. One or 20th, 25th and you do it on 30th of May. Okay? Give gap. Do good preparation. Do good complete preparation, okay? Do complete preparation and do it. I'm telling you this and I wish to know your feedback on this. Not now. Don't explore, don't think about now. I trust you. Don't do everything. Now what you have to do, slowly you will do examiner's report. You read this one. Is that this is a very mechanical approach I am telling you. You cover review examiner's report, you will get an idea. You have some technical articles. Nothing is there, okay? You have some technical articles. You read these two things for the next 1 to 2 weeks. Okay? Read examiner's report, technical. Nothing is there. Whatever we have covered, the same thing is there. And you will not cover anything new, but we will come across how to approach an examination. Is it? We'll come across how to approach an examination. What are the? It's a simple. They will explain you in a very simplest of the simplest way. Even if there is a possibility, in one of the sessions I will make sure that I will cover examiners reports and technical articles. I will take whenever we are going to have 1 hour session. In that I will tell you maybe as quickly as possible. Within next 2 or 3 sessions I will take one class for that. Is that you review this, you will have an idea. It's a simple approach. Passing is very easy. You should know the tricks of trade, as simple as that. Then once you have done, you will have by the time 20th, we will have a good amount of experience. We are covering complete all the concepts. Okay, we are in the revision mode. Then on 20th of May, fix any day, wherever convenient day. Okay, give 5 days gap, 4 days gap. Okay, when you are free, you take that one. Yourself, you put time limit. Is that you are on yourself? You put a time limit of 3 hours 10 minutes. Okay, you read the instructions. Okay, you read the instructions. You read the instructions. You can make sure that how things will work. The moment you start the examination, okay, there is a reading time will be there. Okay, there will be a reading time will be there. This 10 minutes. Okay, now the moment you start writing, okay, you should have a good writing skills. Okay, point to point you have to write. Okay, describe means you know what is there, you have to describe. By the time you reach the end, the clock will trick on the right hand corner. It is too early to tell. Again, I will give these instructions to you because you are writing for the first time. Don't close the exam on your own. Don't say that I have finished it, I will close. Don't close, nothing will happen. You will get 0.054321. Automatically it will close and automatically it will save. Don't get
So our
panicked.
answers will be saved
100%.
automatically
100%.
once it's closed.
100%. 100% it will be saved. Okay, 100% it will be saved. Okay, don't say that I will close it, I will close. See, I'm telling you with all my experience. In one of the cases, is it right? In one, what I got the feedback, is it right? In one of the last examination, I think so. What happened? Some way, a student has closed it, but what happened? I don't know how it happened. It maybe I don't know. Usually it will not happen. Even I cannot believe on that. But what I got the feedback is they got 10 minutes extra amount of time. Okay. Maybe some other student who has not closed, they got some 10 minutes extra. I don't know how it happened. So don't close it. Automatically time is over. It will save it. It will get closed. Understand my point?
So the 10 minutes for reading the instructions or only, or we can use it to read the scenarios as
I
well.
think reading the scenarios also. Okay, I think reading the scenarios also. Is it reading the scenario requirements, reading the scenarios, reading time. Okay, they say it's a reading time. So now only when you are doing the things, read all the instructions. In the examination, in the actual real examination, you have all the instructions. Okay, next, 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 next. Once you are you have to use the time to the most effective way. Understand? By most effective way you have to use the time. Okay, reading time, good, fine. Once you start, make it a point. You should not leave any question. I told you the process should be like this. Okay, the process should be like this. How many questions we are doing exactly? You have to count it.